good. Richard, you good?
I'm good.
All right. Kevin, you good?
Yeah.
I'm good. I think I'm good as I'll be.
All right. Let's get this ball rolling. Actually, real quickly, Richard, can you talk in your mic for me, please, real quick?
Yes.
All right, good. Kevin,
Check.
good. Jay?
Check 1, 2, 3.
Awesome. So we're good on mics. All right, guys. Well, we're recording, so
Hey, now this is like we're Saturday morning, right?
yes.
So that way,
we're recording this like it's Saturday morning.
yeah. I mean, I figure we were. I just want to make sure so I wouldn't say something. Hey, tonight we got, and it happened last night. So.
Yes. Yeah. So, all righty, here we go. Okay. And
Hello again, everybody. We're here on the campus of Asheville High School in the Southeast Sports Academy studio for another edition of Dog Talk. My name is Kevin Moore, and this is my co-host Jay Stewart. How you doing, Jay?
I'm doing very well, Kevin.
We both kind of we're running late this morning. We just I thought we both came in on two wheels.
I know it. I was thinking I was late, and I got here before you did.
That was pretty bad. So anyway, we've got another action-packed show for you today with several interviews. First of all, let's get the sponsors out of the way. Not get them out of the way, but name them. Southeast Sports Academy, J&K Tire, St. Clair Co-op, After Hours Printing, BD Welch Construction, Hollingsworth Graphics, Fouts Tractor Company, Harris Tree Service, and last but not least, Crossmark Home Services. Also today, we're going to be interviewing several folks. We're going to be interviewing Mara Matson, Hollingsworth Graphics Player of the Week. Going to reveal that person. We'll have a review of our college basketball breakdown and the legendary Richard Wade, and he will be back on our first segment, but first let's hear a word from some of our sponsors.
Hey Bulldog fans, are you in need of a tractor or zero-turn mower? Then let me tell you about the folks over at Fouts Tractor in Asheville. Fouts has been in business for over 70 years, and they have been your local Kubota dealer since 1987. Your number one local dealer for parts, sales, service, and easy financing on all new Kubota products. Fouts Tractor Company, 275 6th Avenue, Asheville.
Since 1997, your number one local tire dealer has been Kurt and Lisa Nassif at J&K Tire in Steele, Alabama. Call today to get great deals on Michelin, Mastercraft, and Yokohama tires. Call now at 256-570-0777. Call today.
And we're back, and we've got the first interview of the morning. I say a blast from the past. He used to coach here several years ago. The legend, Richard Wade. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good, Kevin. Thanks for having me.
We go back a long way.
We do. We do. Absolutely.
And so you were here back in the middle '90s. Is that correct?
Actually, 1 year in '94, that football season, and it was short-lived. It was just that one fall, and then I got in the insurance business with my dad, and that's what I've done ever since. So.
Oh, I hear that. Hey, that's what you got to follow the money.
Well, I guess that was just something. I had just finished school at Jacksonville. Kind of didn't know what to do. My position coach at the time had gotten this head coaching job, and he was trying to find assistants, and so he was like, "Hey, you want to give this a try?" And so that's kind of how I ended up. And I figured out real quick that trying to finish up a master's degree and spend as much time as what I was doing on the football field. It just wasn't adding up.
In a short, what people don't realize, I think that team didn't win a game, but the schedule, that was like a college schedule because we were playing Heflin in their heyday.
Well, it was brutal. I go back. That was a fun year, but I go back when we opened the year, when you have 22 dressed, and here we are at the time. I think we're a 3A.
But
and,
you're in a much better situation now. You're the one of the assistants on the girls basketball team.
Absolutely.
So. And Jay, you got anything else you'd like to ask Coach Wade?
Yeah, we'll talk just a little bit. Coach, it's the first chance we've had to have you on Dog Talk, so welcome and
Thank you,
to the
Jay.
glorious studios here.
Oh, absolutely.
We're excited to have you with us. Maybe just talk a little bit about what goes on behind the scenes. You know, folks that come out to the game, see the girls play. But tell us a little bit about practice, how that's set up, maybe your specific roles in practice, and just a little bit of how that normally goes.
I mean, for the most part, I mean, of course, Coach Beason has been coaching girls basketball for 30 years. You know, you say legend, me. No, he's the actual legend, and so he's very regimented. You know, he's got his schedule. You know, we're gonna do the same 5 or 6 drills to start practice. That's every practice. One thing that I will say, you know, about him is, you know, when he asked me to help him out, you know, he's been very open to a lot of new ideas. He's been very open and liberal when it comes to, hey, let's adjust this, let's adjust that, and so, you know, it's been a good partnership, and but at the end of the day, he calls the shots, he manages the game, and by the way, he's probably one of the best game managers I've been around in terms of how the flow goes, and that's the hardest thing in coaching. So
it is, and you know, Coach, he has a lot of intensity, but he does keep his head, I think, pretty level, all things considered. Some might laugh at me saying that statement, but I think in terms of coaches, he does a pretty good job of that, which you really have to do. I know we as fans love to see coaches get all fired up and yell at the referees and stuff, and obviously he's probably done his share of it, but he keeps his mind focused on the game. And well, we finished up the county tournaments in the rearview mirror. We've got the area tournament coming up. I know how the format's set up, but I'm actually not certain on where we're going to be playing. Actually, I know obviously we've got our 4 teams in our region and everything, or excuse me, our area. But where is that going to be? Has that been determined yet? Seating already set?
Yes, the seating got set. It got set the Wednesday before, you know, the county tournament by coin flip.
Okay.
First place actually tied, and Fairview won that coin flip. So Fairview will be hosting. We actually were fortunate and won the coin flip between who tied for 3rd place.
Yeah,
so
good hope.
And so we're playing Aniana, the 2nd seed. Fortunately for us, it's on a neutral floor, you know, not on Aniana's home floor. So we're going to look forward to that. I would say that in 4A basketball, especially on the northern side, we're probably in probably the toughest girls region that's out there.
It really is. I would like to know the region that might be tougher if there's one out there with us and Aniana and Good Hope and, of course, Fairview. We're getting close to time for commercial.
Yeah, we got to take a break, but we'll be right back here for segment 2. We'll be back here in just a few minutes.
Hey folks, if you're involved in any type of farming, whether it be livestock, gardening, or field maintenance, you need to know about my friends at Asheville Co-op. Alan Bice and his associates at Asheville Co-op are waiting to serve you. They stock all the many items you need to keep your farm running at peak performance. Asheville Co-op, your one-stop farm supply store, 36440 US 231 North Asheville. 205-594-7042. 205-594-7042.
Located on the square in Asheville, Hollingsworth Graphics specializes in embroidery, engraving, digital printing, vinyl graphics, trophies, medals, plaques, corporate gifts, and holiday items. Also, come by to visit our showroom and see what some of our unique vendors have to offer. Stop by to visit Jackie and Donna Hollingsworth today, or call 205-594-3226. Hollingsworth Graphics, a proud supporter of Asheville athletics.
Hey, Dog Talk fans, stop wasting your valuable time trying to make a better mousetrap. Call on the professionals at Crossmark Home Services for all your pest control needs. Crossmark Home Services will save you time and money and get it right. Call 256-399-7169. That's 256-399-7169. Crossmark Home Services, a proud supporter of your Asheville Bulldogs.
And we're back with the next segment of Dog Talk. We're here on the campus of Asheville High School in the Southeast Sports Academy. And we have with us at this time Coach Mara Madison. I cannot get that name.
It's okay.
I know.
It's fine.
So, Nickie, my apologies.
Don't be nervous, Kevin.
It's
Really.
not like I've not known Denise for
It's
30
okay.
years. So, I mean, I cannot, anyway, Mara Madison. So, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
And when you're here with us to talk about the Hollingsworth Graphics Player of the Week.
Yes. We chose the Player of the Week as Erica Williams, our lone senior. She's absolutely precious. We love her to death. She's been a great leader for our team. All the girls just love her tremendously and look up to her. And we've just, I cannot say enough. And we're so blessed to have her, but we just hate to see that she's leaving us soon. So. But she's great.
I remember when she was like in 9th grade. I mean, the time has just flown by.
I know, yes.
I've really enjoyed watching her game this year, and we've got a team full of hustlers and good players, but they really do look to Erica,
Yes.
don't they?
Yes, they do.
How do you think? What kind of impact do you think she's had on these younger players? Because we've got a lot of sophomores, a lot of freshmen.
Yes. Well, I mean, obviously they just look to her for everything. They see how she reacts on the court, and they see how she handles different situations on the court. And I think that's just really going to impact them next year, and hopefully it will help our one senior, hopefully, that we'll have the returning next year, help her in her future. So
Right.
We've just been really lucky to have her.
Well, one of the things that I feel like I observed with Erica's game, and she's got a lot of good parts to her game, and maybe overall is her toughness.
Yes.
Talk just a little bit about that.
So she does not like to tell anybody when she's hurt, because she gives her, I will tell you, she gives 150% every time she steps out on that floor. And if she gets hurt, she won't say a word to anybody, but she's told me she'll only tell me because she knows I won't go run and tell the trainer. And she says I'll keep it a secret. I'll usually be like, "Are you sure you don't need me to tell the trainer?" And she said, "No, just it's okay for right now. I can handle it." She's just tough.
We had a similar conversation with one of the dads on the team, just about the difference between hurting and being hurt.
Yes.
And it's always a little tough sometimes.
Uh-huh.
And when you're a good athlete, you got to play through some pain.
Yes.
And she's done a great job with that. I know also not only on the court. Just again, as Player of the Week, it goes beyond that. Talk a little bit about how you see her leadership impacting the girls just walking the halls here in the school.
Well, of course, everyone looks up to her. She was actually nominated for Miss Asheville High School, so you can tell that she's not only loved by the players on our team, but also by this entire student body. She just has a presence about her. She's very mature for her age. She's just a great kid to be around. She's actually in my event planning class as well, where we plan all the different events for the school, and she's really taken the leadership role in that class as well. That just shows just how special she is.
Yeah, well, she's a very deserving player for the Player of the Week, and I don't know if we've got any more questions about the Player of the Week. I had a couple of other questions, but I don't want to jump ahead of us.
You go right ahead, because my mind's come to a blank when it comes to questions right now.
Well, Coach, now that we got you in the hot seat here, I just talk a little bit. We were talking with Coach Wade a little bit a moment ago about just the upcoming area tournament. We are going to be playing Aniana,
yes.
But we're playing them up at Fairview.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about how that exactly works out as far as just the logistics of that. Why are we playing at Fairview?
Well, it was a coin toss, as Coach Wade said. So it was kind of like the luck of the draw with how it ended up, and it actually ended up in our favor where we were seated third, and we're not playing at Aniana. We'll actually be playing at Fairview because Fairview placed first with the coin flip.
Gotcha.
So it's going to be good because we will not be in Aniana's gym. As many of y'all know, Aniana's gym is kind of daunting when you walk in. It's kind of it's a weird presence when you walk in there, but so I think we have a really good advantage playing against Aniana in the Fairview gym.
Right, and I think it is an advantage to a team that may be considered the underdog a little bit to go play on a neutral court.
Right.
And that'll be coming up this coming Monday.
Yes.
What time's the game for anybody that might want to try to get up there?
6 p.m.
Okay, so folks, you saw that or heard that, I guess I should say, 6 p.m. at Fairview High School. That's in the Coleman area, which is a long drive.
It is.
So all you dogs out there that can get up and support the Lady Dogs, I'd encourage you to do that because I have noticed such a difference in our girls playing at home versus on the road, which is probably true with a lot of teams. So
I think see, I've been brought in to say things that coaches can't. What she meant by daunting, I think she might have meant body odor. But anyway,
oh goodness,
I'm sorry, could not resist. But the views and opinions.
Send emails
the
to
views and opinions of Dog Talk. Or views and opinions of Kevin Morris, not temporary representative of Dog Talk. So let's just get that out of the way right now. But that being said,
we better cut to commercial.
I think it's time to go to commercial break. We'll be right back here in just a few minutes, and I think we're going to have our college basketball preview.
Hey Bulldog fans, are you in need of a tractor or zero-turn mower? Then let me tell you about the folks over at Fouts Tractor in Asheville. Fouts has been in business for over 70 years, and they have been your local Kubota dealer since 1987. Your #1 local dealer for parts, sales, service, and easy financing on all new Kubota products. Fouts Tractor Company, 275 6th Avenue, Asheville.
Hey, Dog Talk fans. Stop wasting your valuable time trying to make a better mousetrap. Call on the professionals at Crossmark Home Services for all your pest control needs. Crossmark Home Services will save you time and money and get it right. Call 256-399-7169. That's 256-399-7169. Crossmark Home Services, a proud supporter of your Asheville Bulldogs.
Located on the square in Asheville, Hollingsworth Graphics specializes in embroidery, engraving, digital printing, vinyl graphics, trophies, medals, plaques, corporate gifts, and holiday items. Also, come by to visit our showroom and see what some of our unique vendors have to offer. Stop by to visit Jackie and Donna Hollingsworth today, or call 205-594-3226. Hollingsworth Graphics, a proud supporter of Asheville athletics. Since 1997, your #1 local tire dealer has been Kurt and Lisa Nassif at J&K Tire in Steele, Alabama. Call today to get great deals on Michelin, Mastercraft, and Yokohama tires. Call now at 256-570-0777. Call today.
And we're back with the final segment of Dog Talk, and I'm thanking the good Lord that I was able to be back here to go over this last segment after a couple comments I made in the it was meant as humor.
Yeah.
So anyway,
you're on thin ice whenever you talk to life.
That's right. We've got another gentleman here sitting beside us, #1 in your hearts, number 83 on the field.
Oh,
former Asheville football, Calvin Bailey. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, Kevin. How are you?
Well, I'm
recovering.
Yeah, could be worse, could be better. So, but we're going to talk about a little college basketball. But first, there's a game tomorrow night. It's going to be going on in Atlanta, Georgia.
A big game, yeah. Who do you think's going to win in that game? Who's your pick?
I don't really have a favorite. I've always liked the Rams ever since Kurt Warner played for them. But 2 weeks ago, when Kansas City, they had 4 chances to beat New England and could not do it. And New England's one of those teams you've got to beat the mentality, not as well mentally as physically, and they will not go away.
That's right.
It's like in-laws at Christmas time. I mean, no matter how mad,
he's just digging that hole
I
deeper.
I just don't know when to shut up, folks. But I'll be honest with you. I think if New England can shut down the running game of the Rams, I think they'll win.
I was about to say, whichever team, if they get 100 yards rushing, I think they'll have the best ability to be able to win because both of them are pretty much equally matched.
I don't know. I think the Rams going to win this game. It's hard to bet against Tom Brady, but we say that, or I just said that, but he has been to this game a lot of times, but he's about 500 in it. They lost last year, obviously. I think there's like 5 or 6 number 1 draft picks on the defense for the Los Angeles Rams. And Aaron Donald, he can get after the quarterback, get Brady off his spot. I think they're going to double up Edelman. And they really got 2 guys you got to take away. You got to take away Edelman underneath, and then Gronk on the outside. There's nobody that can match up with him too well, but I believe they can get some pressure on Brady. They can neutralize that. But the problem with that is nobody's been able to get pressure on Brady because he reads the defense so well, gets rid of the ball. So don't want to contradict what I said. It's going to be difficult, but I do think the Rams are going to win it. But I will say this: I would look for early in the game. How the Rams respond just to the bright light of it. These are young guys I don't know if any of them's been to the Super Bowl.
That's right.
Whereas, the Patriots, it seems like they go every year.
It's just hard to fathom that Brady this is his 9th Super Bowl. I mean, I remember coming up, Joe Montana, they were talking about his 4th Super Bowl, or 5th, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
But Brady's about doubled that. But we're here to talk about college basketball. And tonight there's a big game going on the Plains tonight.
There is. Alabama's coming to town to play Auburn, and it should be a great atmosphere. I'm sure to be sold out, and it's going to be interesting to see. Auburn there for a while was on a 3 or 4 game losing stretch, and they were able to come back and beat Missouri the other night, and so hopefully they'll be able to play well.
I think the key to this game, and Alabama has a tendency to let people just hit threes on them all day long, and if Auburn gets hot from the three-point line, it's going to be a long night for Alabama. But at the same time, Auburn's defense the last several games is kind of, if Alabama can manage to score 75 to 80 points, I think they may win. I said, but then again, if Auburn gets hot, it's one thing for Alabama to score 75 to 80 points, but if Auburn's sitting there with 95, I mean, kind of hard to shut that down. But I will say this about this Alabama team: there's several games this team has won this year that they would have not won last year.
Right.
And I was looking at a stat the other night that Kentucky, they're 6-1 in the league, and their only loss is to Alabama.
Right.
Texas A&M is 1-6, and their only win is Alabama.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think the intangibles are going to go on the Auburn side tonight. It's at Auburn. I think the crowd will certainly play a big factor in that. But I think maybe from an X's and O's standpoint, I'd give Alabama a slight edge in that with Avery Johnson, and I just think he's capable in game of out-coaching Bruce Pearl. I don't mean to say I think Pearl's a bad coach because I think he's an awesome coach, but Alabama's really played above their heads, and Auburn has been, quite frankly, underachieving, although some can be, placed at the feet, literally, of Austin Wiley being out.
Right.
Hopefully they can get them back. It's interesting, Calvin. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at what are some of the projections for the tournaments coming up. I'm going to read to you. I don't know how accurate this is. One of the bracketology kind of sites. It had us having us being the SEC. I think about 7 teams that they're projecting to be in. They've got Auburn projected to be in there at like a number maybe 9 seed. Alabama being in. Tennessee, Kentucky, LSU, Ole Miss, and Mississippi State. Does that sound about right to you? And what do you think?
It does. I was looking over the rankings, and the SEC currently has 4 in the top 25, and Auburn and Ole Miss just recently bumped out. So you've got those 6 there. And you said how many?
Well, I think they've actually got 7 that are projected to be in the tournament, maybe 8. South Carolina is one of those teams. I think
On the bubble.
Yeah, they're kind of a bubble team. But I sort of feel like they're projecting more where they will be
as opposed to where
looking
they are.
ahead. For instance, at Auburn's schedule, their meat of their schedule in a way is in front of them. So
Right.
if they can right the ship a little bit, they can maybe get back to sort of where they were projected to be. But Alabama's definitely outplayed their preseason hype or lack of hype, I guess.
Well, they started out rough with the losses to like Northeastern and Georgia State, I think.
Yeah, that may hurt them.
But then they turn around. They lose to Georgia State by 3, but then they turn around and only lose to the number 1 team in the nation by 3.
In a game they kind of had some questionable calls, I guess we'll call it.
Well, if you hit your free throws, you ain't got to worry about questionable calls.
I agree.
Right. But yeah, the SEC's got those 7. The ACC is always stacked. I think they've got like 8 teams in the top 25 right now. So somebody from that division is always going to be tough to beat. Not naming Duke.
So we got a lot of basketballs coming up. Of course, March Madness is just around the corner, and the area play for both the boys and girls here, and a lot of exciting things coming up.
Yeah. And it's talking about Alabama and Auburn. I was looking at their schedules. Auburn has got, counting tonight, they've got to play Alabama twice. They've got to play Tennessee and play Kentucky. They played Kentucky twice this year, and then they've got, of course, I'm assuming they had to play Mississippi State again, but their schedule is going to be tough down the road, which will help their RPI.
Yeah.
All they get is win a majority of those games. So, but we're getting to the point of another disappointing part of the day where the show's got to come to an end for this time.
All good things.
But we got to thank our sponsors and some folks involved here. I'd like to thank our sponsors: Southeast Sports Academy, J.K. Tire, St. Clair Co-op, After Hours Printing, B-Day Welch Construction, Hollingsworth Graphics, Fouts Tractor Company, Harris Tree Service, and last but not least, Crossmark Home Services. And some other folks, I think these are some ingoing, outcoming board members: Mike Howard, Scott Suttle, Marie Manning, Mike Hobbs, Allison Grey, Nickie Van Pelt, Randy Thompson, Bill Morris, and Jeannie Seals. And if you're out there wondering how you can be a part of Dog Talk and want to be a sponsor, you see Mickey Farmer or Nick Wilson, and I think they'll get you set up in the right direction. And that's going to do it for this episode of Dog Talk. And Jay, it's good to have you, and Calvin.
Good to be here.
Me and you both didn't shave, so we got to have that rugged, good looking.
That's right.
So yours is one color, mine's turning all kinds of colors. But we'll see you next time on Dog Talk, and keep warm.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.